Hey everyone, Mr. Shell here, and in this video I'll be showing you the most basic things in Adobe After Effects. So if you've just got the program and you're like, what the hell am I doing with this? Well, this is the video to show you what the hell you are doing with this. So, well, let's just begin. And just to mention, if you are a little bit more advanced with, like, you know what to do at the start, like opening the composition, importing, saving, and so on, then I suggest you watch my other video, basic keyframing or the basic camera work video, and all the links are in the video description to the other videos. So let's begin with the most basic things. So to start off doing anything in Adobe After Effects, you have to open a new composition. So let's just go to composition, new, and open. You can call it whatever you want, it doesn't matter, because that is your guide. That's not what the video is going to be called, because you can change the name of the video. And this is where you set up the resolution. And for high quality YouTube, I suggest 1280 by 720, or the HD TV 720 preset, which is right here. And you can just click that and it comes up with this, or you can just customize it like so. But if you're customizing, just a warning, if you're doing a custom setting, I mean, just a warning, untick the tick. So you will see it like that, just untick it, and you can move it around however you want. And the time here, just make it whatever you feel like. So if your animation is going to be like, no animation, like your video, whatever you're going to be making in this, it's going to be, let's say, mine typically is 10 seconds, or if you want it to be a really long, like a video, and you add in loads of effects to it, do it to the length of the video. So if it's like a whole movie, for whatever reason, make it 1 hour, wherever. But let's just start off with 10 seconds. Okay, there we have a new composition. Now now we can actually begin doing something. Let's add a layer to it. This is basically to start a background, or for advanced things like adding effects to the layer, but you will have to watch tutorials, or I may add an actual video showing you what I mean. But to add a layer, that is typically for adjusting backgrounds and so on, you go to new layer and solid, like this, and let's just call it red, because it's going to be red, and you can just pick your color around here. You can make it whatever, but since it's red, and let's make it that size. You can also adjust the size of the solid by just playing with these. So if you want it to be a square, let's just make it 500 by 500 to show you. It'll be like this. But if you want it to be actual full comp size, you can either, you see the screen, make it wherever you want it to be, like I just did, or make it comp size like this, and press OK, and it'll appear like so. So you can actually use it. There we go. It seems to be fine, and there we've just imported a solid into our composition. You can also import things like videos to play with, or edit in more conventional terms. So you just go to File, Import, File, and then you find your video. To import a folder, like a full folder, this is just importing one or multiple files, like highlighting them and importing them by pressing Open. To import a whole folder to save you time highlighting and stuff, then you just go find a folder, click the folder, and import folder like so, and over time it will import it, like I just did. And that is basically it, just importing it like that and just dragging out like so. Before, when I was setting up my comp size, make sure, like, find out what size your video is if you're editing the video, and make it the video size just for easiness. Or if you want to make it bigger in the video, then After Effects gives you a reasonably good blowing up, as it's called, function, so you can make a video that isn't really that big into bigger, and it still keeps the reasonably good quality. So there's the video I just made it a little bit bigger, and it does seem to still have its time. If you have a crappier computer like me, and like with a low graphics card I mean, and like a Celeron wherever, well, you first have a lot of problems using this program because it's very demanding. But if it's like mine that can actually work the program fine but has trouble buffing, you have to watch out for the green line. So when the green line is there, it's fully buffed, and you can play the footage in full effect. And this is the buffing bit, so this is how it would look. And say it's reasonably fast since I'm driving in a car, and this, it just slows it down because it's buffing it. But when it turns all green, then it's fine. And by the way, this if you haven't set up your video properly, it'll just loop. So that's about it for the importing and the putting into the composition. So what after you've finished playing around with it by like adding text to it, by going to layer new text or pressing this button there, let's write Mr. Shell onto here, and like we did just there, we can animate this by going to watch my basic keyframing video, and I'll show you how to animate it a little bit. Sorry about the jumping, it's the computer. Typically you can just scale it by going down here, pressing scale, and just doing that. But I prefer to do it the simpler way by just doing this, but it's not always simple, especially when I'm working with text. But there is just adding a title. Then so when we play the video, Mr. Shell will be in the middle of the screen, and then we can animate this in and out. Like I said, watch the other video. It's just a simple beginner's guide. So there it is, the basics. So after you finished working with your project, you go to save, which is there, and just call it whatever you want. This is just the project name, so let's call it project. Whoa, joke. Okay, project there, and we can just save it, but I'm not going to. And then it will be saved, and then all you have to do is open the project to find it and put it in. Simple enough to do. So thanks everyone for watching. This has been the basic After Effects introduction, and check out my other basic keyframing video after this one.